For real.
Good morning, staff, family, friends, and fellow classmates. I'm Bobby Tatum, one of the eighth grade students here at La Follette Elementary School. I came to Robert M. La Follette School as a third grader 5 years ago. My favorite teacher while here at La Follette was Mrs. Genesee. She was the teacher that greeted me at the playground and told me what to do and what not to do while here at La Follette. Each year is always different teachers who bring something special and unique to the classroom. All my teachers here at La Follette helped me with all my work that I had trouble in, as well as things outside of school that I needed help with. They were there to help me. So even though going to a new school may be scary, just know that it's just a new adventure that leads us to great endeavors in high school and beyond.
All right, and now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Kevin Newell. Growing up in Milwaukee, Kevin Newell is a proud MPS alum. After graduating from Custard High School, Kevin went to receive his bachelor's degree and master's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, with an emphasis in finance and management. And he is a 2007 ARC alumni of Marquette University. As president of Royal Capital, a real estate developing company, Kevin leads the company in strategic growth plan, which includes the company's recent selection as sole developer of the MBA Milwaukee Bucks Initiative Housing and Retail Development as part of the $1 billion Arena District in downtown Milwaukee. Kevin's company was recently recognized by the Business Journal as one of the fastest growing leaders in the industry, with Kevin being highlighted as one of the 17 people to watch in 17 and under 40 years, 40 recipients. As president of Royal Capital, a real estate developing firm, Newell leads the company's strategic growth as planned and effort. Newell's possession and essential understanding of the community combined and with the technical acumen and critical understanding of key financial resources, including but not limited to market rate financing, private equity, Section 42 tax credits, HUD assured financing, tax incremental financing, tax exempt bonds, and enables Royal Capital and its partners to execute in an exceptional fashion. For its active role in market of Royal was recently recognized by the Better Business Journal as one of the fastest growing leaders in the industry, with Newell being a highlight as one of, pleased to announce Mr. Kevin Newell.
Good morning, everybody. Can I take my coat off?
Sure. Go ahead on.
First, I want to let you guys know I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys. I don't understand each of y'all individual stories right now, but I do know that where you guys sit right now didn't come easy. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. Then I'll go more into learning from you all, what your storyline is and how I can better share with you all how my story connects with yours. So Bobby, can you come sit next to me? How old are you, Bobby?
14.
13, 14?
14.
What school are you going to next year?
Nazareth.
And you're a little bit, anxious or a little bit nervous about going to high school, correct? Okay. So that's a story that I'm sure each of you guys are, whether you want to admit it or not, are probably having in the back of your mind. You're a little bit nervous about high school. Is that correct? A little bit nervous? What high school are you guys going to? Just name them all. What high school are you going to? Hamilton? Hamilton? Pulaski? Custer? I went to Custer. Mesmer? Bayview? Golden Meir? Holy Redeemer? Madison? Hamilton? South Division? Milwaukee Academy of Science? So, good have a seat, Bobby. I want to let you guys know that when Bobby said that, it kind of struck me a little bit, because I know I was in that exact same position when I was your age. A little bit about my story. My mom moved here from Mississippi when I was about 2 years old, so I grew up in Milwaukee. We moved to 5th and Hadley, and eventually 21st and North, and 31st and North, 41st and Garfield. I mean, you name it, we lived everywhere in this city. Very similar to you guys' story. I went to Niscara Elementary School, then I went to Samuel Morse, then I ended up going to Custer. Custer High School at the time was probably a very, I think some of the parents will know, it was a very tough school. I like to tell people I had a great time there though, because we had no rules, essentially. It was a bad school. But, you know, some things that happened there that made me look at myself a little differently. At Custer, I got into a lot of different situations that I should not have. You know, I was doing a lot of things in the classroom, outside of the classroom, in the neighborhood and so forth that I probably should not have been doing. And it caused me to, you know, end up in bad predicaments. And it's a similar story that a lot of folks have. A lot of your parents probably have. You know, but what I was afforded the opportunity to do was to learn from those mistakes. And you're going to hear it over and over again because you guys are not going to be perfect. I don't want you guys to have the opportunity, I don't want to have in your mind that everything you do will come without any challenges, that you'll make the right decision every time. I mean, it just won't happen. You know, we're all humanly flawed, where we will be faced with challenges and sometimes we won't make the best decision. But I want you guys to know no matter what decision you guys have made to this day, it's always room and time for recovery. So whatever you've done right now, up to 8th grade, guess what? Freshman year in high school is a whole new it's a whole new year. You start off with a 4.0 GPA, you know, because if the first day of school, everybody got A's, right? You show up, you sign your name, and you got an A. What you do after that, obviously, will impact what your GPA looks like from there. A little bit more about my story. So I left Custer. I kind of got it together my senior year, which is something you don't want to do. Before that, I was probably not. I was not a good academic student. I just wasn't focused, wasn't doing the right thing. So, you know, my GPA was very low. But my senior year, I kind of got it together. I was like, you know what? I started doing something I want you guys to do from day one, which is dreaming. I know it sounds very cliche, you know, dreaming. What does that really mean? And you know, it basically saying, you know what? It's a confidence. You know, it's a confidence that I had in myself that I wanted to do some things. So eventually worked hard and got the GPA up, right? The GPA now is, at that time, like a 2.4 or something, but that was with me getting, you know, 3.0s and so forth, all these consecutive quarters. We finally got it up there, and I got the opportunity to go to college at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. And at that time, guys, it wasn't many in my family, similar to what you guys may be experiencing, that had ever went to college. So when I got to campus, it was a little bit different. You know, it was a lot different, I would say. You know, Custer High School, I was around what I would call my peers. You know, majority African-American school. I got to Whitewater, and it was 5% black people, 95% white. So the whole opportunity to engage was different. You know, I had the opportunity to engage with other people that were not from my culture. You know, these folks had never ever seen black people in some cases. You know, they grew up on rural farms and so forth, and a little bit different than what Milwaukee neighborhoods were. But nonetheless, it was the equalizer. You guys know what equalizer is? Equalizer is basically a form, a tool, or an action that allows all of us to basically play on the same playing field, right? So when you go to college and you step foot into the classroom, and let's say it's a white kid, and the white kid, you know, grew up, you know, very differently than you. You went to suburban school, had, you know, better resources, better textbooks, all these better things than what you had. You had a two-parent household, but you know, you walk into the same classroom with that person, and you may have had, you know, a one-parent household. Your schools probably wasn't the best as far as technology, you know, supplies and all those good things, but the equalizer is the fact that y'all both made to campus. Y'all both in the same classroom now. Y'all both starting the day off with 4.0s. Y'all both on the same playing field. So y'all are equal then. That's why they call them the equalizers. Another equalizer is the internet. So education is the equalizer. It puts us all in the same field. Another equalizer is the internet. You can learn anything through the internet. You know, you can become famous off the internet. You can do a lot of things with the internet. So nonetheless, the equalizer was the campus college. And I did well there. I forgot everything that I had did wrong at Custer. You know, just like anything you've done wrong here at La Follette, you can forget about all the bad stuff you've done and just focus on, you know, I got a fresh start. This is a good opportunity for me to just go hard. I don't care if I was getting a 2.0 in the previous, you know, school. Now I'm in a position where I can actually get, you know, a 3.0. So focus on what's before you. Don't focus too much on what you did in the past, because that will drag you down. Because you really got an opportunity to make a new you. So focus on that. Fast forward a little bit, went to college, got my master's degree, you know, did all these great things, had a job. The job was cool, it was really good, worked with a lot of good people, but, you know, I was the guy that, I had an entrepreneurial spirit. So when I was you guys' age, you know, I always wanted to make money. Who liked making money? The parents are just saying, I like to make money, right? I mean, it was always a hustle for me to find out how I'm gonna make money. You know, do I need to go to another neighborhood and shovel some snow? Do I need to, you know, go to Sam's Club in high school and, you know, buy up all the potato chips and the snacks and go to school the next day and sell them, you know what I mean, to make a profit. No matter what it was, I wanted to make some money, right? And that's what y'all should focus on. Figuring out what you're gonna do to make some money and find your passion, all that good stuff, and learn along the way. But nonetheless, I left my job, I was like 25, 26, and I started my own company. A little bit about what my company does is we build and own real estate, and what they call commercial real estate. So we'll build a 250 unit apartment building, we'll own it, manage it, cash flow, make money, and all that good stuff. And again, this isn't like hard stuff. This is stuff that you guys can't do when you get to my age. It's a company, again, that I started. We got employees, we got teammates, we got all these great things going on and making some money. And I have the lifestyle that I wanted. You know, what I wanted to do when I was your age, that I'm able to do because, you know, we made the progression, I would say, was I wanted the ability to buy my mom a house. I want the ability to tell my mom she doesn't have to work. How many of you guys want that for your mom? What do you guys, or do you understand what you're going to do to get there? What's your name? Marianne? Come here, Marianne. So what do you think you're going to do to get your mom the house? What do you want to do? When you grow up, when you get a little bit older, what do you want to do professionally?
Play basketball.
Okay, not playing basketball is one. You got another thing you want to do too?
I like cars and I like working with them and stuff.
You gonna get your own mechanic shop, body shop? Okay, that's good stuff. And that's gonna make you enough money to go take care of your mom, right? That's what you're passionate about, right? Okay, Marianne, right? Okay. So again, I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to bore you guys with my story, but I hope that I can leave you guys with three things as I'm riding over here and I'm figuring out exactly what I want to speak to you guys about again. My charge, you know what charge means? If I say my charge was to have you guys walk away with, you know, some kind of inspiration. You know what charge means? Okay, Dr. Gamble called me and said, hey, I want you to, you know, speak to the kids and give them some level of inspiration, talk to them about what's next and all that good stuff. So that's a charge. So I always want to stop and make sure that you guys understand what we're asking, what I'm saying. And that comes along with one of my most critical points, which is always ask questions. This is like one of the fundamentals of life. If you walk into life asking questions, you will do well. I guarantee it. If you're the guy or the gal that's sitting in the classroom asking questions because you don't understand something, you're raising your hand, you're stopping the classroom, you will be putting yourself in a position to be successful. Secondly, it is simple. This is a very simple one. Be a good person. I tell grown people that, not just guys and gals your age. I tell grown people that. I am where I am because, you know, I treated people well. And people wanted to, what we would call, pour into me. Meaning that, you know, my glass of life, others helped me along the way. And it comes from being a good person. People can recognize if you're a good person or not. And that's about how you treat others. You have to make sure that we all have to make sure of this. When we're in the classroom at Mesmer, or we're in the classroom at Madison or Custer, we have to make sure that the people we're interacting with, that we treat them well. We're a good friend, we're a good student, we respect the teacher, we respect the classroom. If you guys follow that simple rule of just being a good person, don't be that person in the back of the classroom